Adam and Eve had things so good, their life was perfect because their hearts knew only God. Their souls processed His image as commands that nurtured creation. And their bodies flawlessly dominated the physical realm. They lacked nothing, and nothing was withheld from them except one tree, whose fruits God warned them not to eat. He warned them, otherwise they will die. But one day, a voice presented an alternative narrative to what God had warned. The voice suggested that mankind would actually be better off eating that forbidden fruit. So Eve's ears heard the lie, and in the depth of her soul, she reasoned its desirability. And then she bought into the appealing possibilities of that reality, a reality where she was just like God. So by her will, she chose to eat the fruit, and she offered it to Adam, and by his will, he too ate the fruit. And in that moment, they made a deal with the devil. In one disobedient act, they entered the realm of darkness and death. But what is this death? It confuses many. Because did they die physically? No. Well, today we are going to find out what these terms actually mean. What is sin? What is darkness? And what is death? Let's start with sin. Sin is choosing to go against God's word or God's will. It is knowing what His expectation for you is, yet going contrary to it. Sin is the action that promises you a so-called better reality, a reality that isn't God's perfect will for you. And it is usually motivated by a self-serving purpose or a dangerous lure to enjoy the physical realm a little more than God allows you to. It is basically a desire to be self-governed and live without needing God's directions. But that simply wasn't our design. So, to put it simply, let's call sin the act that chooses the flesh over God. Now, once sin takes place, it's like a door to another reality has been opened. This new reality is called darkness. Now, darkness is not just an absence of light. It is like a place, it's a culture, it's a kingdom with a particular way of living. Now, when Adam and Eve sinned, it's really important to note that their physical environment hadn't changed, of course. They were still in the Garden of Eden, but spiritually, they had entered darkness. And for the first time in their lives, they realized that they were naked. And so they hid from God. You see, one characteristic of this dark realm is the desperate need to self-protect. Instead of having God as the source of man, that kind of helped us to live without strife, Adam and Eve's souls became clouded by the need for survival and self-preservation. The fear of being seen for who they truly were became the shackle that kept them in darkness. So, if sin is the act that opens the door to the realm of darkness, then death is what happens to man when they remain in that state or that place of darkness. And this death is not the physical death of their bodies. This death, it is like a slow spiritual decay that results from the spiritual disconnection from God, who is the one true source and sustenance of man. So someone can have a long earthly life, but they can still be dead in spirit. Now, sin sets us on the path of death. Darkness becomes the journey, and death becomes the final and inevitable destination of sin. I hope it's clear. In the next episode, We will discuss the effect of the fall on you and I and the entire world today. My name is Aravana. This is Simplified Theology. It is truth made easy.